I'm doing an astrology love compatibility reading of Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. They've just welcomed their third child together, a girl. And this girl is one that Rihanna had a premonition about before she was even pregnant with her first child. She spoke it. This is what I mean by manifesting. She actually said it out loud. She said, "One day I'm going to raise a black woman." And now she just gave birth to that little girl. That tells you that she has very strong spiritual powers because she can speak things into existence. Her goddess energy in astrology is Lilith. Lilith is your dark goddess energy. Lilith is who empowers you. Lilith is who you are going to be hated for in order for you to be successful. So what I mean is success brings a lot of hate. Okay, this is a part of success people don't like talking about because they think it's like all fun and it's all great and you get everything that you want, and you know, when you're a star everybody likes you. Yes, that's one side of the story. The other side of the story is that when you're everywhere all the time, on every magazine, on every TV screen, and everybody's always talking about you, there is a level of like feeling desensitized that people have about you as a person, and then people stop thinking about you as a person. They start thinking about you as a product, which means that they don't actually care how you feel anymore. I mean, think about this. When was the last time Rihanna was sick that you knew about? I don't. Why? Because when you're that famous, when you're sick, the show must go on and nobody cares. You still have to show up. You still have to sing. You still have to dance. You still have to do the things. You know, those of us that are living a normal life, when we're sick, we can call in sick and take the day off. When millions of people are putting money to put a production together and you're on tour and they have dates and they have schedules, you can't just be like, I'm not performing because I don't feel well. So being a celebrity means that you lose your humanity. That's what it means. And when you have Lilith and Leo, you dominate in your lane and nobody can compete with you. People love you for it, but people also hate you for it, especially other people who were there before you got there. You know, other people that were on the scene when Rihanna came on the scene, they all went away because Rihanna was number one. She dominated that whole lane, and nobody's been able to get in her lane. I know Tyla is you know, trying to do some things that are similar to Rihanna, but she's no Rihanna. You know, like Rihanna is a unique energy, and what makes her special is this balance of like water and fire that I see here in her chart. She's very fiery, and fire sign women are definitely nothing to play with. And when you're a woman and you have a lot of fire energy, people find you intimidating, you know, because fire is masculinity. That's part of the healing that Rihanna had to do. Like, if I don't know anything about her personality, um, like, obviously, I don't know her intimately, but what I would say is she's had to do a lot of work around managing her ego in order to be successful because she got so big so fast. And I think now in this stage of her life, she's actually trying to reconnect with herself spiritually and less focus on performing for other people. Her Chiron in Gemini speaks to healing her communication, and his Chiron in Cancer speaks to healing his heart, his sensitivity, his nurturing energy, which is why he's loving being a dad, because being a parent is actually very healing for ASAP. Okay. His Lilith is also in Virgo. So South Node Virgo, Lilith in Virgo. So he has to overcome a lot of self-induced restrictions around like what's right, what's wrong, what's appropriate, what's not appropriate. You know, Virgo's very self-critical, and Virgo can be their own worst enemies in general. And a lot of the healing for Virgo is around acknowledging their own limitations and respecting them. So for him, it's possible that in a previous life, he was definitely sick. He had health issues in previous lives, health issues with communication. He was shunned for that, judged for that, ostracized for that. So in this life, he's trying to heal some of that. He's actually kind of a good boy, ASAP. That's what I see here. Like he's kind of like he likes eating healthy, he likes keeping his body healthy, he likes reading, he likes keeping his mind healthy. He's very health conscious, even though you wouldn't be able to tell that. But actually, I can see that because his hair is always neatly done. And the way he dresses, like it's always very proper. Everything seems to always be exactly where it belongs. And that's a Lilith and Virgo energy. He's embraced that. So for her, it's the star energy, and for him, it's a lot of conversations around healing. This is very interesting in terms of their spiritual dynamic here. Let me circle back to talking about their Venus, okay? Rihanna has her sun in Pisces. He has his Venus in Leo. Venus in Leo and sun in Pisces, they don't naturally gel well together. And this can lead to issues if they don't learn how to work on it. Pisces is watery. Leo is fire. Pisces is feminine. Leo is masculine. You know, the only thing they have going for themselves here is that Pisces is mutable and Leo is fixed. Sun in Pisces is in opposition to Leo Venus. So the attraction is there, but the way that these two express love or need love expressed to them is very different. See, Pisces is very spiritual, very withdrawn, very much so about their emotions and what's happening in their subconscious mind. Pisces is very into the mythical. This is why Rihanna, you know, a lot, because he helps her actually like transcend this reality and get into like another awareness that allows her to like see things clearly. Pisces can struggle with this reality. Sometimes they need psychedelics to help them get connected to the truth. Okay. Now for him, with his Venus in Leo wants to engage. They want to be celebrated. They want to be loved. They want to be on the stage. They want the claps. They want the accolades. And Pisces wants to go into a hole and be by themselves with their thought, you know, getting clarity about what's actually happening in the world. Do you understand what I'm saying? So Rihanna is more withdrawn in her presentation and he's more like outgoing, and that can create some conflict in the relationship. So they both have to adjust how they do love and how they show love for this to work. Her Venus is in Aries, his sun is in Libra. We have another opposition. Libra and Aries are sisters in astrology. That means they're on opposite sides. They're two sides of the same coin. Again, there's an attraction here, but that attraction can become stagnated because Aries Venus likes excitement. They like a lot of fun. They like a lot of diversity. They like a lot of spontaneity. And Libra Sun likes order. They like beauty. They like harmony. They like precision. Aries can come across very chaotic to Libra because Aries is very much so fly by the seat of your pants. Do what you want to do. Who cares? You know, don't ask for permission. Ask for forgiveness later if you need to. Meanwhile, Libra is more like ask for permission and make sure that everything is smooth before we get it done. So these two could benefit from some cooperation here in terms of how to work on the relationship. If they're willing to work hard on it, they can get it together because there's definitely tension here with the way that they approach things. You know, Libra can be good about putting aside their own desires to make the program keep programming. That's what Libra is very good at. They're very good at being a team player. They're very good at putting, you know, their ego to the side to make things happen for their partners. But it's going to be a matter of making sure that that balance is there because, you know, you don't want your Libra to get resentful. You can book your astrology reading at intuitivehealing.com. You can also watch videos at Intuitive Healing here on YouTube for Astrology 101 content. Listen to the Aquarius podcast on Spotify, as well as here on YouTube for your horoscope. If you're interested in astrology and love connections, you can visit at Styled Under Libra. And of course, for health and wellness and holistic healing, visit at Styled Under Virgo for all of your astrology content. Thanks so much for watching.